Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you an Elementalist build guide in Baldur's Gate 3. This is a mod class and I'll be showing the Elemental Gladiator, which is a very interesting class, allowing you to deal a ton of elemental damage with melee attacks. So the Elementalist class is made by Avyre and it has three different subclasses. There's the Elemental Gladiator being a martial class, Elemental Synergist being a half caster, and the Elemental Weaver being a full caster. It gets unique spells at level 8, which is really cool. But Elemental Gladiator gets the ability to bind our weapon and cannot drop or throw. It becomes proficient if you weren't already. It doesn't state it here, but it will use your intelligence modifier for the attack rolls, so that is also nice. For our class passives, there's a few choices that we got. Defense for the +1 armor class is always probably the best choice if you're not sure. I also like to use Great Weapon Fighting. When you roll a 1 or 2 in damage die, it is re-rolled once. I'm gonna go with defense though. It is pretty useful on like hammers, which do 2d6 damage because you have a higher chance of rolling that, so this will just flat out increase damage. But there's some other steps that I want to have a high armor class for, because we're going to be pretty offensive with the setup that I got here. So we're going to go defense for this version, but you can take the Great Weapon Fighting. Now for Elemental Attunement, I'm actually going to go with the Cold Attunement, and you're going to see why, because we can make this very, very strong with cold damage. So this allows you to ignore resistances to cold damage. In addition, whenever you deal cold damage, you cannot roll a 1, and you unlock the Elemental Blade Cold Attack, which makes us deal cold damage. And for our ability scores, I think it's best to go with 16 intelligence. I'd also like to go a little bit higher in our overall, I guess, dexterity there. So we'll take that to 16 too, 14 constitution, 10 strength, 10 wisdom. Now you can go all in on your strength, but dexterity is going to give us a bit of a higher armor class choice. So we can go that route there. And you can also pop strength potions if you really want to have the maximum amount of damage. So you got a couple great options there. Now I'll go over the full gear guide after this build and then also show off the combat. So we also get Spark Step at level 2. Using an Elemental Spark gives us a +3 bonus to our movement speed. And this is a free action, so you don't use a bonus action. So if you need to get a little bit closer to a target, you can with this. Now we get some class passives. So you become resistant to the damage type and you deal additional damage on your weapon attack. So it got any choice here. I like the Crackling Heart, but Frozen Heart would make sense here. You become resistant to lightning or cold damage. I'm just going to add this. You can really go either way with this, lightning or cold damage, just to stack more damage. And at next level, we also get the Elemental Weapon, which adds a 1+ bonus to your attack rolls and deal an additional 1d4 of damage of your choice. This doesn't require a spell slot, you just get a free cast of it. Really nice. And we get the Explosive Attack. So this deals damage in a 4-meter radius of 1d12 of your choice damage. So we want to have the cold one for the way that we're going to set this up. And then you can pick something else like thunder or lightning, because you could set up reverberation with this. So we'll go that route there. And then at level 4, we get ourselves a choice in special attacks here. So these do some cool effects. This reduces armor class by 2. This burns the target. This can push targets away. I like the Freezing Gale because this hits in a range, kind of like Cone of Cold, but smaller. And then we also got ourselves the Thundering Fissure, which does thunder damage and hits in a straight line, which can be really good. So I think these two work best. For our feat, we're going to take our intelligence up to 18. Although if you want, you can, since this is going to, if you're using the bind weapon, you could just use a strength potion, not really focus too much on your intelligence, and take up your dexterity. So one of these two, dexterity gives you more initiative and armor class if you're using a medium armor or light armor. You regain all your elemental sparks after a long or short rest. We get an extra attack, and we get the heat of the battle, so we can do additional 1d6 of fire damage. But we have a -2 accuracy and armor class. So higher risk, higher reward there. Flash Fire is also a nice attack. This hits 2d8 thunder and fire damage, and you hit in a straight line, potentially bleed targets. Moonlight Strike will do radiant damage and give you advantage on the target. I also just like the Elemental Force or Psionics here, which do additional force or psychic damage. So you can pick one of those two that you prefer. If you got the Resonance Stone, you may as well go with the psychic damage for the doubled damage. With the improved Elemental Weapon at level 6, giving a 1d10 of our choice damage. And we can use this to hone our edge of the blade, giving more critical hits and more damage. So what this will do is it takes 3 off of the number that we have to roll to hit a critical hit, and it gives us a second damage die when we hit a critical hit. So that is really nice. Acid Strike's nice too for reducing target's armor class. So if you're harder time hitting, you can use that to increase your chances. Unending Element, so after making a main attack, a secondary elemental attack your chosen element. So this will change the damage type of your second attack. Then we can go with something. I'm just going to add Frozen Heart there for additional cold damage. And at level 8, we get ourselves a class passive with the aspect of force, acid, thunder, or mind. So with this, this can maim the target, potentially reducing movement speed to 0, which is really nice. This can potentially inflict reverberation on the target, which is also great. This does acid, reducing armor class, and this can stack mental fatigue, which will make the target take additional psychic damage at 5 stacks. So it's really nice just to be able to add extra damage. Even adding reverberation to your attacks is pretty good, so we'll go with that. And we'll go with another ability score improvement, again taking intelligence, dexterity, or strength up. I'm going with dexterity and you'll see why. So we get the elemental base version of elemental smites, so you can smite with your attacks and deal additional damage on top of them, which is really cool. At level 10 we get master elemental weapon, +2 to attack and damage rolls, and deals an additional 2d6 +3 of your chosen element. Very big power spike. At level 11 we get the empowered version of elemental smite, so Zeman power smite version, and we get immunity to ignore resistance or immunity to acid damage, cold damage, fire, etc. We're going to take I guess we already got the resistance, so you could take another type of damage, or if you are going against something that's immune to it, pick your choice. You could also go fire there. Unlock the cataclysmic cleave, so this does weapon damage, swinging a large arc to do 4 damage. Enemies attack 4 enemies at once. This empowers your elemental abilities, granting you cataclysmic strikes. We also get ourselves another feat, and we'll take alert here. So I'll show you the big way we can make this sneaky. So we can bind our weapon if we want to. So I have this on here, it's already a bound weapon, which just gives it a +3. But if you got the strength potions, or if you got a mod that gives you potions, I would recommend just going with like the Baldur and Giant Slayer is going to be probably your best choice. Sacred Star can also be good if you want to use sword and board. I'm just trying to find, there it is, Baldur and Giant Slayer. So I guess I have to unbind the packed weapon, so I can't. There we go. And then we can add Baldur and Giant Slayer there. So this is pretty powerful. It doubles your strength modifier, so we get a huge amount of extra damage. So we look at our attacks, we deal additional thunder, fire, cold, and lightning damage. The fire damage is coming from the Helldust gloves, but you can add in the gloves of the belligerent scries here, which will do reverberation on your attacks because you get thunder and lightning damage. So if you go with an attack here, you can hit and bonk. We also create ice surfaces and apply reverberation stacks. So this gets crazy because you can see here, so with the snowburst ring, when you deal cold damage, you make a 4.5 meter circle of ice, which is huge for upsetting enemy concentrations and making martial classes slip. Disintegrating Nightwalkers means so you can't slip, and you get Misty Step. The gloves of belligerent skies here, adding the 2 turns of reverberation. I'm just wearing this armor here, but the best in slot would likely be, depending on what type of armor you're going with. If you want to go with heavy armor persistence is good. This will give us a 23 armor class. Armor of agility will give us 25, so that's my choice for best slot armor. And you can also stealth if you want to. And cloak protection, ring of protection. You can swap this out for the killer sweetheart for the critical hit, Baldur and Giant Slayer for the giant form, and then the Hellrider longbow for +3 to initiative. However, you can also go ahead and add yourself the bow that gives you haste, so that could be another good choice. Now, you got the elemental blade there you want to be using for your attacks, and you also want to set up with our master elemental weapon here, so this will give us the ability to choose another damage type and add that. So this will add a 5 to 15 cold damage, so this will further augment our attacks. So yeah, we got a lot of damage with that. Huge amount of damage. 2d6 +6. So yeah, that's really nice. And then when you attack with your other attacks, you can even hit the targets with that. And you also got your smites here, which you can choose a damage type to do additional smite damage. 3d6 of cold damage. Crazy. Crazy. So I'll show off what this looks like in combat here, because it is very powerful, but not like broken OP. It only gets to 2 attacks, so a fighter can have 3 attacks, and obviously the fighter doesn't get all the extra passive damage, but with the Thundering Fissure is really huge because you can stack multiple stacks of reverberation on the target and create ice surfaces, so we're knocking targets prone left, right, and center, and that's what makes this build so strong. I think we got 18 initiative here, it's huge. So yeah, we're not going to be able to reach the target with that, unfortunately. So I guess with that, maybe we can with, no, not long enough. We also got a rushing attack, which does use movement speed. Unfortunately, we won't be able to strike them. But you got our elemental sparks there, which is pretty cool. So I guess we can just use this to give ourselves a higher critical hit chance. And on top of that, we could also... I guess we got Misty Step. What am I thinking here? So we can just jump in, Misty Step, and then we can hit with our Thunderous attack here, which will hopefully... Oh, that took them out. That stacked... didn't even stack Reverberation for some reason there, but yeah. Oh, I guess we didn't hit him. We only hit her, but we took them out. So that was good. Oh, and typically we'd be able to... I guess we can't make a force. We'll just end our turn there. But yeah, this is strong. We just happened to bonk her really hard. And we got a nice surface, so if anyone wants to come up close and fight us, they got the chances of slipping. So we'll see here. He survived and jumped past the ice. Ice also messes up the... Oh, he jumped too. Ice will mess up their AI and make them attack more frequently. So I guess with this, we can just go with this. Should, yeah, take him out. And we got... I guess we'll go with the Thundering Fissure here. So hopefully can hit him. Knocked Reverberation. Wow. Yeah, we knocked him prone with that. That was great. So, yeah, the Reverberation stack up quickly. We got multiple prone on him. Prone 1, prone 2. Yeah, he down for the count. We could attack again with our bonus action attack if we wanted to. But that would be overkill. We would take him out and I would feel bad about it. You also get the Unending Strike, so you can change your elemental damage type too if you wanted to. I'm gonna pity let him lay there and slip around the ice. Oh, she ragdolled his body somehow. And then he's getting up. What's nice is we can also... Ooh, don't know if we'll have the movement speed. We can go with our Freezing Gale attack and still hit even though we're blinded. Critical block, of course. And we'll go for another one. And that knocked her prone too with Reverberation. Oh, this is too much fun. So yeah, we got the Reverberation off. We could end her right now too, but we'll let her get back up and he'll make his main hand attack. And with this, we could strike with the Lightning Strike and hit with the Lightning Explosion. It'll probably take her out and hit him with Reverberation stacks. Huge. And then just a simple attack should probably knock him out. Yep. Huge. So yeah, when we attack, we deal additional psychic damage, or we deal additional lightning damage, and we deal cold damage. So we're creating surfaces of ice to knock features prone, and we're also knocking people down with our Reverberation. So that is really huge. We get our charges back on short rest, which is crazy. So I'll go show off challenging the the guards there at the Baldur's Gate. I would recommend using Gaunter Mail as well, because you can give yourself haste with this, so this will give us extra actions, and then we'll become a whole lot more strong. So with this, I guess we also got our giant form too. So this lasts for 10 turns, this lasts for 5. So when you go to set up, go into your giant form first. So we'll go giant, and then we'll give ourselves the haste, which is huge. And then once we got haste applied, we can go in and start bonking. So this is going to be pretty powerful. So we'll start off with our Thundering Fissure here, which will hit, hopefully hit them. It doesn't count because they're not actually aggroed right yet, so that doesn't count them, unfortunately. But we'll just go, I'll get them into aggro and then I'll just attack. So I guess I could strike with this and they'll hit him and probably take him out. Oh, bonked him prone. And now we can use our attacks to get some extra damage off. So I will line up over here and try to hit with a Thundering Fissure here. So bonk, hopefully double prone. Oh, it took both of them out. And made ice surfaces. Lovely. So yeah, this build's about trying to line up as many advantageous attacks as you possibly can. So I guess we'll go with our ice attack here. Bonk, Reverberation, and we get a bonus action attack too, so we can use our this attack, or I guess that was just a bonus action, deal additional psychic damage. My bad. And yeah, well, I guess for that was a good turn. So we'll just end our turn there, and we'll get attacked probably quite a bit. But we have a good armor class because we're dexterity based, so that's the reason we wanted to go with that. I'm using a strength potion as I mentioned, so that's how you get extra damage off. We're getting hit pretty hard. But we got the temporary health from the Baldur Giant Slayer, so that makes it even better. And yeah, we're quite a beast on the combat. So yeah, they typically don't want to move when they're in ice, so they're using weak attacks and missing often. But we got a nice little crowd control. If we wanted to, we could run back here and make it so they have to pass that to be able to hit us. You want to try and set up as many people as you can in a straight line or in a arc around your character, because that way you can use your thunderous attacks and your lightning attacks together, so, or your cold attacks together. So we got one person there, nothing really lined up. There's 3 of them there, but if I move closer, I'll get the nether brain talking to me and then I won't be able to attack them. So I guess for right now we'll just go with, oh, that's close, it's mighty close. I'll go with an attack. That took him out. Good. Oops. And see how close I can move. Hopefully it's, oh no, that's bad. Yeah, I got stunned, so I lost my extra action. I lost my haste. This is very bad for me, so I guess we'll end it there. I was going to go be able to hit 3 of them, but you can see this class hits really hard, so yeah, it's a lot of fun. I somehow survived that, and yeah, we were going to attack multiple times, but we got ourselves the freezing gale here, which should be able to take out 3 of these in one swipe. Wow, yeah, that's strong. And we further created an ice surface. So yeah, this class is just straight up bonkers with how strong it is. I can't go any further that way, so they do have the upper hand there, unfortunately. But yeah, this class is just a absolute blast to play as. We'll just finish this one off here with our thunderous attack and bonk, double kill. Yeah, it's just straight up insane. We're able to hit for multiple damage ticks, and then also if we don't take them out, we got reverberation stacks on them, so that's what makes it so strong. And then we also have to make them come to us. If I was able to, I would have been able to make them slip on ice, and then you get yourself set up there really well. But yeah, the reason I went with the ice build is because you can create ice surfaces like that. This will pair well if you have a cleric that can do create water, because with that extra water you can also just go right in and create bigger pools of water. So oh, we're just short of missing them, just very short of it. But I guess we'll just hit this one person here and bonk it and create a nice surface around them. I guess I'll just shoot at an arrow there. What's cool too is if you got ice arrows that can also make ice surfaces, so you got ranged. This won't work for whatever reason. But you can also have someone with the Drake Throat Glaive. This is another big pro tip. Take the Drake Throat Glaive, make your character pull out the bow, and then with that bow you can put the Drake Throat Glaive's elemental weapon on the bow, and then also it'll deal lightning damage or cold, whatever damage type you choose. I'd recommend the cold damage. We're out of our elemental sparks here, even though it says we have 4 of them. It's only 1 of them. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to them because we might get mine broken again. Yep. But that is the Elementalist, Elemental Duelist, or Elemental Guardian, whatever this class is called. I forget the name of the top of my head. Gladiator. If you found this video fun or useful, please hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for the support. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.